Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving, type B. We all need a little bit of loving.
We always do, son. We always do, son.
And subscribe to Football Brownie. We need 140 more now. I'll be honest with you, it's starting to fuck me off now. We haven't hit that 1,000 yet, so we'll get there sooner rather than later. And yeah, Mikey Mob, there you go, type B. He's in the fucking chat. Right. Because Wales' first knockout game, hopefully it's the first knockout game, not the last one of the tournament, tomorrow, I thought I'd reminisce a little bit and invite my good friend Robert Type, who we went on many home and away Wales trips together, and just have a chat, get pissed, get absolutely pissed. I've got a bottle of fucking red already. Let's see. This could go two ways, right, Rob? It could be a brilliant drunken bloody stream, or it could be absolutely embarrassing to fuck.
But it could be fucking. It's going to be rubbish, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's start with the low bar here now. It's going to be horseshit. It's going to be bollocks, right?
I know.
But let's just go for it.
Right, Rob. Right, let's go back to how we met. I reckon. Come on. It was through Merthyr, both out local, and
yeah, I tell you what. I know we watch in Merthyr, right? But I always remember. I wasn't in Merthyr, and I can remember you. We had a football team, Dylan for Merthyr, and we play in Rumney Valley League in the 90s, yeah?
Yeah.
And I can remember being away on Bank Holiday weekend with my wife. Well, it wasn't my wife then, my wife now. And we were in Weston-super-Mare, right? And I couldn't make it on a Sunday. And if I remember rightly, Dylan for Merthyr were playing Westside Wanderers away down in St. Kenneth, right? And we lost like 10-1 or something. And I think that's where you made your debut, because I messaged Wolsey. I spoke to him on a Monday, the manager of the team. And I said, how do you manage? We're struggling for a team. And I think he knocked you out of bed from Regent Street and Dowless, didn't he? And said, look, Ad, we need to play. I think he was 16, wasn't he? Yeah? Is that right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, you know what? My memory, after all narcotics and shit, and drunk, my memory's like a sieve, mate. But I got a funny feeling it's kind of right.
Yeah.
Because Brian James used to live not far away from me.
Yeah, and you were shite that game, and you continue to be shite all your career playing football for us. But, that's just the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Before I hit the women, drink, and everything else, I was good. Anyway.
So yeah, from watching Merthyr, for me the late 80s and 90s, and then you coming in the late 90s or the 90s and the early 90s then, wasn't it? Yeah, so we got together through that. And
I was actually in school when I first played for you. Officially, yeah. I was out on a piss in town.
I think you were 15 actually when you played that day.
I think so.
But then it came to first Wales away game for you. Would that have been Copenhagen? Would it have been Denmark away? How apt for this weekend, mate? Yeah, huh?
I know.
How apt?
Bellamy on his debut scored a winner.
Yeah, and if you remember, Paul Jones was in goals that night, and he saved it felt like he saved about 30 one-on-ones against Denmark. He was being battered, and he just saved everything that was hit at him. We won 2-1, didn't we? Right? Did we go 1-0 up or did we go 1-0 down? I think we were 1-0 up, then equalised. And I'm sure from memory, Adrian Williams of Reading scored the first goal, possibly. Big, tall, black-head centre-half. But then Bellamy scored towards the end, wasn't it?
I've done a little bit. I clipped the game a few days ago.
All right. Okay.
Because you could still, when Bellamy does that winning goal, you can see that flag, win, lose or draw, Bobby Good must score.
Ah, right. It was a flag, was it?
Yeah.
Ah, right. I seen somebody commenting on Facebook this week about that. Could have been Tim Williams from up in Bala, the Spirit of 58 guy.
Right.
I'm sure he said something of that. I didn't quite get the relevance of it. But that's what it was. It was a flag, right? Where was you that night? Because I was behind the goals when Bellamy scored that goal. But a few of the boys, I remember Alex Edwards and a few of the others, scabbed a few free tickets, as normal, as you do. And they were at that side of the pitch, but they were in the grandstand. Was you behind the goals with me, or was you in the grandstand with them?
Behind the goal then, yeah.
Yeah, because it was when he scored that goal, it was mayhem, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Absolute mayhem.
Because of work at the time, me and Brian James come out a day later than you guys went out, if you remember correctly. Right? And the first fucking was looking, you were crying because the fucking taxi driver ripped you off because you were sick in a fucking taxi.
Yeah, he tried to charge me £800 for puking in a taxi. And he had blonde hair and he had the flat top. And I was going to him, I was staggering about. I was like, "You are Peter Schmeichel now. You are Peter Schmeichel. No, sir, you must pay me £800 or £2 million kroner or whatever it was called then." So in the end, I gave him like 30 quid, and he just fucked off. And so I got away with the 30 quid fine. But you came out. I didn't realise you came out the day later. I didn't realise that you were Brian. But you were working in TBS or two everywhere, weren't you? Making bloody furniture.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. The Finger Factory.
And we had a room there, if you remember, the room, there was 9 of us in one room with 3 triple bunks.
Yeah. No, not a window in sight.
Not a window. And so all we had in our room was a little bosh where you had to wash your hands. There was no toilet, nothing. It was just literally like a prison cell with 3 triple bunks, wasn't it?
I know.
And what was that, 98, 99? I can't remember exactly. 98, perhaps?
98. I actually did put 97 on a fucking video, but it was actually 98. Because remember, we went back to the Players' Hotel then.
Did we?
Yeah, we went back to a Players' Hotel and fucking, because so-and-so was working there. And fucking Robbie Savage come down. I think, didn't you have a chat with you? And you said, "Rob, the amount of money we fucking paid to get over here, you owe us a drink." And then fucking played, mate. You owe us a drink.
Yeah, there was something like that going on, wasn't it? That's right, because the main area was around by Tivoli Gardens. There was Tivoli Gardens, which was this October, when I think Tivoli Gardens and all that bloody funfair bollocks was all closed then, but the main bars are around that area. Can you remember how much we spent on a beer there that time? I think late 90s. I think we were paying £4 a pint then in Denmark, weren't we?
I know. Oh, it was crazy. It was freaking crazy, I tell you. And right. I want you to tell me, because I wasn't there. I want you to tell me what issue did you have with Enzo Schifo?
Oh, right, okay.
Come on.
Well, nothing personal, but I took exception to the fact he was born in, bloody Venice, and he played for Belgium at the time. It wasn't unheard of, people playing for Ireland if their grandfather's cat's cousin licked the bowl of milk once in Galway and stuff. It was all that rubbish. But Schifo, I was a photographer. Me and my friend had a photography pass, and at the old, what was it called? Cardiff Arms Park, Millennium Stadium, what it was called then, right? And but the first 2 games, we went there with like a Kodak disc camera and stuff, taking photos. But I had a proper camera in the house, so I took my Minolta camera then. I was taking some decent photos, staying sober. But game by game, once we got to this 5th or 6th game, the Belgium game, we'd got drunker and drunker before we got in the stadium. So we were playing Belgium, and I was howling drunk now. We were playing Belgium, and the Belgians were warming up behind the goals. Enzo Schifo was running past. I was trying to trip him up as they were warming up. So he ran past, and as I tried to trip him, I nearly caught him, and he nearly went over. So he turned around, he went like at my face. Shh, shh. So I started abusing him, and yeah, you Italian wanker. You've only got to play for Belgium because you can't get in the Italy squad. And he was like, looking at me, and his arms were up. He was like, and he was looking at his teammates as if to say, "What's going on here? This guy's got a proper camera, and he's abusing me, and he's blotto." So yeah, I nearly had a fight with Enzo Schifo behind the goals in the old National Stadium.
That was brilliant. And
As you do, as you do.
yeah, I know. I did sneak into a game up in Wrexham. I remember, and it didn't go down well with a certain couple of people. But anyway, going back to the football though, because I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking back because I only thought about doing this about an hour, 2 hours ago. I was thinking, like, what can we talk about? I tell you what. Do you remember? And I'll be honest, be completely honest. When I come out of prison with my fucking prison bag, got to a bus stop, and you were the first person I seen, and we were like crying loud, crying like hell, and fucking bus stop, and it's the little things like that. It shows
I didn't come looking for you. I bumped into you by accident, like, so. Don't get too emotional about it now that I came looking for you. Don't think there's this big. I come out of prison. It was typey. Open arms greeting me. I bumped into you by accident.
Yeah.
I did. I did. No, I did. No, I did. I didn't even know what prison you went to. Swansea, was it?
Too many.
I do remember seeing him.
No Williams, Rob.
Huh?
Gifton, no Williams.
Gifton's alright, sir. Well, you have. You got the complexion of Gifton, haven't you, huh?
I know, and you got the page.
And I've gone on bigger and better things, haven't I? So there we go. What's Gifton no Williams last off was playing for like Braintree or somebody like that, only in our Watford area.
Yeah. Like Rob, we haven't seen each other since I come back. But Euro 2016, I did follow your family's trip. Really, tell us about what you done with Euro 2016
in the Euros.
Yeah.
It was pretty nuts actually to start with, because we were going from Merthyr to go to Cherbourg to sail over, go to Portsmouth to sail over to Cherbourg to go down to Bordeaux. I wanted to go on a Wednesday. Of course, Wales played Slovakia on a Saturday, and my two sons were in year 6, year 3 at the time. They were like 11 and 8 in St Mary's St Mary's Catholic School in Merthyr, as you know well. I've been a good Catholic boy, like.
Oh yeah.
And they were insistent they wanted to go on a school trip to Drayton Manor on a Thursday before the game in Bordeaux on a Saturday. So it was like, oh shit, all right, okay, fair enough. They want to go. It was my oldest last year in St Mary's. So what we worked out then was they go on a bus to go to Drayton Manor, have the day in Drayton Manor. Me and my dearest wife would follow behind slowly, and then meet them at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in Drayton Manor in Tamworth, pick them up out of the theme park. Instead of them going home on the bus, then we drove from there to Portsmouth and had a night in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
And then woke up the next morning, ferry to Cherbourg, and then drove the 900 kilometres from Cherbourg down to Bordeaux or San Emilion. We all the Merthyr boys stayed in San Emilion. So, right. Yeah, we had a bit of a really random start to it. I wanted to go early to get a few nights in down there and do a bit of sightseeing, a bit of, whatever else like. So, yeah, we went there, we got there, we had a couple of nights in San Emilion, all the Merthyr boys were there. Really lovely, beautiful region, San Emilion. Real renowned for its red wine in that area. Beautiful little village, very scenic, really nice. It was absolutely fantastic. And of course, it was one of these yellow campsites in France, and it was full of Welsh fans, completely full of Welsh fans. And what I was speaking to John Owen this week or last week when he was up there. What I said was, when we got to the Travelodge in Portsmouth on the Thursday night, there was Welsh fans in there, and he was singing, Welsh songs. There was only a few, not many. The ferry then, we were queuing to go in Portsmouth to go to Cherbourg, and it was Welsh fans all in the lines. It was a couple of English fans there, because I think they were going to Marseille for the first game against Russia. Was that right? From memory?
So, I think so.
And then when you got the other side, the ferry was full of Welsh fans. You go the other side, and in that road that went from Cherbourg down to Bordeaux, because it's pretty much one straight road. You go to Nantes, you do the Nantes ring road, and then the road is just all the way down. It's one straight road.
Hey Rob, I used to do that all the time. When I first moved over to Spain, I was working with Daya to get my Spanish paperwork together, Social Security and all that. So furniture delivery for him in France. So I'd leave Malaga on a Monday, go straight to France, drive around France, come back on a Friday. I'd only be in for the weekend.
Yeah.
But luckily I wasn't paying the bloody road tolls because fucking hell, expensive.
So we went down on that road, but the best part, the funniest part of that was it was the Friday. Yeah, it was the Friday before the game, And whatever you went on our road, if we pulled in for a piss in a lay-by, if we pulled in for a piss to go for a piss in the field, there'd just be Welsh fans there. They'd be like, "Hey, Pat, how's it going? All right, where you from? Bridgend? And do you know so and so? Yeah, I know Dibs from Bridgend. Yeah. Oh, we're all staying in La Rochelle. We are. We just going over there now. We're going to stay in La Rochelle for a night, then we're going to the game tomorrow." And then we stopped the service station in the middle of nowhere, in between Nantes and Bordeaux. And we drove in. We pulled up. We went in, and Mick and his oldest boy was there. Wolsey's brother-in-law, Steve Evans, were there, just sitting there in the service station. I was like, "How have we bumped into you in the middle of France? This is absolutely extraordinary." So that whole experience, that always sticks with me. That does. That drive down, going from Cherbourg to San Emilion, just outside Bordeaux, and driving all the way down. It was just magical. It was just the buzz. There was 25,000 fans in Bordeaux that day. I don't think the emotion in our stadium. I was crying my eyes out. My oldest Lloyd was looking at me. He was only 11 at the time. He was just looking at me. He was just like, "Oh, what's going on with you, Dad?" He understands it now. He's sitting out the back with his mates. He had his GCSE results in Bishop Edley. He's 16. He's drinking dark fruits with his mates. Like, he gets it now. Completely gets it now. Huh?
Oh, good results?
Yeah, he done okay. The four of them are out there now. They all done okay. They're fine. They're happy enough with what they got. So, but that trip, and again, when we qualified, I wanted to take a family. I wanted to take a boys. They were 11 and 8 at the time, because you just don't know when it's going to happen again. I know it's happening again now, but now is just shit today with everything that's going on. But it was incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, brilliant. A good family. No, watching it on social media. Basically, a couple of weeks before the group stage started, a customer went bust on me, owing me about 40 grand. So, the ex-wife was like, "You can't justify going to France for a couple of weeks." Okay. But when it qualified, I deliberately argued with her just to get me thrown out of the house and go on a party bus, leaving bloody Cardiff to Paris for the Northern Ireland game and knockout, and then doing the same then. But was actually the start of divorce, looking back now.
That worked out well, then.
Yeah, it worked out well. Yeah.
You was living in Penarth, then, was you, for 5 years ago? Was you living in Penarth?
Yeah, lived in Penarth for fucking hell. Lived in Penarth for about 15 years. Unbelievable. Loved it. I loved it.
But what we got to do, right? 2016 was fantastic, right? 2016 was amazing. What happened there? The whole getting the semi-finals and all that kind of stuff, brilliant, right? But we got to look ahead. That was great. What we got now is, in a way, squad-wise, is even better. Let's be honest, right? Squad-wise is even better, isn't it? Yeah. We got, we're going into tomorrow. We've got some players on the bench. Our bench is so bloody strong. And Tyler Roberts haven't had a minute yet. Now, I got to be honest with you. I don't know what you think. I'm not a huge Tyler Roberts fan, right? I think he's all right. But the Leeds manager, Bielsa, thinks something of him, doesn't he? He really thinks something of him.
Yeah,
so,
attacking manager, defensive manager.
Yeah. But how is it going to play out tomorrow? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? I know you want to talk about days gone by as well, right? But we got a massive game. We got a massive game here going on. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm confident. And the reason I'm very confident is because Page would only have to put one thing on the bloody tactic board, which, you know, is a fucking news article that everyone is fucking against us. Right? I don't think Denmark were, okay, take Belgium out of it. The group was very weak, if I'm in my opinion. Russia was worse than Russia in the last tournament.
Yeah, I agree. Shite.
I do think that Denmark may have peaked against Russia and now overconfident.
Yeah, I agree.
Tomorrow, I think it could go all the way of penalties.
But, you know, if Mikey Mop is still on here now, he will comment. I had this conversation with him, and I would go. I got a feeling it's going to go to penalties because of the Leicester keeper situation. First team keeper versus understudy. And I got a feeling, Danny Ward is in such a good place at the moment. If we get to a penalty shootout, he's going to save 1 or 2 penalties. And I don't think Schmeichel's got it in him. I just hope Danny Ward has done his research into the penalty takers. And at this level of football, the last 16 of the Euros, right, they should be looking at the penalty takers and where they go, where they take penalties. I know generally, if you look at it, like, if it goes to penalties, Bale's going to take one, Ramsey's going to take one, Dan James is going to take one.
Yeah.
After, I'm not sure, but they should be doing a research on the penalty takers, or where they go and where they put them, right? Apart from Bale, who puts you over the fucking bar at the moment. But still, he's got to come good, doesn't he? But I think because of the keeper situation, the Leicester keeper situation, I really, really think. And you know, if we sit you now, right?
Yeah.
Would you take a penalty shootout now? You know, I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I'd take a penalty shootout now, I would. And take our chances.
And we will get through. How are we going to get through? I don't know.
I think I'd take penalties. That's not understating a confidence in the team, right? But I've been going back and forth all week with this. It's been like, we screwed. All the world is against us here. But they're not against us. All the world is for Denmark, given the situation they got of Ericsson, right? It's back to the Ajax Stadium where he started his career. You know, there's all that going on. It's hard. They're going to have fans here. We're going to have 200 expats from, you know, Holland. We're going to be up against it. But you know what? We were in Baku with 30,000 Turkish fans. You know, we were in Baku with a few hundred Welsh fans and, okay, no Swiss fans, but we went to Rome. Okay, ground out of 1-0. Could have been worse. Could have scored a goal or two. But I've been umming and ahhing around where this game is going to go. It's so on a cusp. And maybe, as you said, they may have shot their bolt with this game against Russia with emotion. A full Parkenstad in Copenhagen, that stadium we were in 1998, 99. That was the same stadium, right? Yeah?
Yeah, I know.
They may have shot their bolt. So
what the generation didn't realise, Rob, right? Unfortunately, we are old enough to have experience of this, right? Is that normally, and I say this normally, teams that go on to win it start slowly. And you also have, you know, teams that put so much into one game, the following game then on a knockout round, it's fucking appalling. Look at Iceland. They played, could even say Wales against Portugal after the Belgium game.
Yeah.
I do think they peaked in the Russia game. And Russia fucking...
Russia are dreadful. They're absolutely dreadful. They shot their loads, hadn't they? Come too soon.
I think so. Lucky you, I know. Yeah, I think so.
Well, hopefully that's the case, isn't it? And the thing is, with the group stages, with all the games being played so far, is there a standout team?
Well, I looked at the odds last night, right? Now, you know, normally the bookies will have outright favourite. But at the moment, the favourite is 4-1. Now that tells me the bookies haven't got a fucking...
I think with England not playing, not doing great. I got to get a can. I'm going to journey to the kitchen and get a can at the same time. Right? I think with England, you know, they've got 4 games to win this tournament. 3 are going to be at Wembley, 1's going to be at Rome, right?
Yeah.
They're probably edging towards being favourites this tournament at the moment because France are not delivering. France haven't done anything. They got the potential there. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But they're not doing it. Portugal. Oh, 1 second, lad. Portugal.
I'm opening my bottle anyway. I'm opening my bottle. Fuck it.
Portugal were you know, ground up the result against England. And they got dicked by Germany. And Germany came good that one game. And then they were shite against Hungary.
Yeah.
And then Portugal were quite decent against France. But what are Portugal doing with Fernandes? He's in the team. He's out of the team.
Yeah.
He's coming on a sub. They don't know what they're doing. But they don't know what Fernandes is going to turn up in terms of attitude. Because, you know, if he turns up with a great attitude, he's amazing. If he doesn't want to know, if he turns up with a shit attitude, he's a complete disaster. So Portugal, don't know.
I watched that bloody friendly before I come up with it, which was Portugal and Spain. I watched it. The fucking Portugal they can grind out results. They can be very streetwise, but they can be got at the back very easily as well.
Yeah.
And I
know,
for Italy and Belgium as well.
Ruben Diaz, when he's playing alongside Pepe, is a different proposition as opposed to when he's playing alongside. And in fairness, John Stones, when Diaz is playing alongside John Stones, right, they're solid. And even whoever else he played alongside that season in Man City, he was mainly John Stones. He's alongside, he's early 20s. Pepe's like 16 years older than him. He's an old man. And in fairness, Pepe haven't had a bad tournament. No, we haven't done bad. But them paired together is not like you playing against Diaz in the Premier League with someone like John Stones. So they can be got at. This comment could live. I could live to regret this, right?
Go on.
Belgium? Are Belgium that good?
No. Their defence. There are definite flaws in the defence, Belgium. Definite flaws in the defence of Italy. Look, we love Wales, don't get me wrong. But I think we both bloody agree that Italy haven't had any competition up to, you know, a good standard in the group.
Yeah.
You know, and I think if they got, you know, a top team, I think the likes of Chiellini can be easily got that.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think it's wide open. I think it's wide open. It's the most wide open tournament I've seen in years. There's Spain come good against Slovakia. Against Slovakia and the Newcastle keeper. You know, he was all over the shop. They came good. Morata scored a goal. If his confidence is high, he's decent. If it's low, he's a complete disaster. You take the Spain team now back 10 years.
Yeah.
It's different. It's fucking different world completely, innit? Completely different world. They're nowhere near.
It's gone from before it's gone very political within the Spanish national team, where it was before they went bloody and they were world champions, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we got Luis Enrique, former Barcelona. Yeah, he did also play for Real Madrid, but he's better known for Barcelona, not even bringing a single Real Madrid player to a tournament. You know what? Sergio Ramos. I tell you something. You have a Sergio Ramos in a dressing room, even if he is fucking injured. You got another coach, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, tomorrow massive for us. Really on the cusp for me, but this tournament as a whole, nobody's standing out. Nobody's standing out, and like you rightly said, the bookies are not calling it at all, because when you've got a favourite of 4-1, that's just, you can just put a blanket over 5 or 6 teams at the moment, and it makes you think, doesn't it? Right? It makes you think. Could someone do a Greece? Could someone do a Greece like in 2004? And could that be us?
Oh, no.
Could it be us?
Well, I'm thinking more Czech Republic, actually.
Yeah, strong side. I think they'll turn Dutch over. They'll turn the Dutch over. Yeah.
I think as well. I think they'll turn it over. Could turn us over then in the following round.
Yeah. I fear that if we beat Denmark and we get through against Czech Republic, we'll think the quarterfinals won, and it's not, because when we beat them in Cardiff recently, 1-0, they roll over us, and we got that a sneaky goal towards the end. I think the Czech Republic, I don't know they're a great side, but I think they're solid. They're that typical Eastern European side, solid, hard to break down.
And the thing is about people being gassing up the way England played against them. But if you think of it, the better draw was going to be awarded to the team that lost that game. Who do you want to play? Bloody Holland or Germany?
It's Holland every time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holland every time. So.
So.
Yeah, there's a lot of football being played here, and it's wide open, and just got to see where it goes.
Yeah, no.
See where it goes.
Rob, you've been doing some bloody coaching and shit, haven't you?
What do you mean?
Well, bloody hell, since I last seen you, it's fucking coaching kids and shit, isn't it?
Oh, I just finished now. I have with the under-16s in Pendarren, so yeah, I'm done now. Last 10 years I've been involved, yeah.
Coaching badges and shit, then?
Only football leaders as well. Only football leaders, just the bare minimum you've got to do. That's enough.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Fuck that. No, but so were you watching the game tomorrow?
Yeah, it went out the back. What's that?
A TalkSport going to be in Merthyr?
They're up Pendarren Park tomorrow. They're up. John Owen's up there with Neville Southall, I think. And we're in the house. We're at the back tomorrow. We are. So Helen's birthday tomorrow. Helen is 49 tomorrow. So we're having about 10 of us at the back. The family at the back. So obviously hopefully doing the right thing out the back with the in the fresh air and social distancing, etc., etc. So we've had three games at the club already, and the football club Merthyr Town's been good. It's been very enjoyable. They've got a nice setup up there. They've got 200 people every game, and tomorrow's game they could have sold out twice over. So, in fairness, Wayne Hodgkins is doing a great job up there as not the steward. I don't think he's officially a steward, but he's the brains behind it all up there. So Wayne's doing a great job. So it's rammed up there all the time. So money for the club, brilliant.
I went up there for last week for Wanda really, and they lay in the new pitch down. 4G, or I don't even understand it. If I'm honest here. But no. Okay. All right. No worries, Rob. No worries. It's half an hour. Let's knock on your head because I'm fucking knackered. Right. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in chat. I do apologise. Me and Rob go back so long. Being completely honest, I couldn't give a fuck what was written in the chat. I just wanted to listen to him, if I'm honest with you. But it was fucking. You fucking will do it tomorrow. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Right. Cheers, Rob. Good night, everyone. Take care.
All right, Sam. Cheers for that.